Hello and welcome to the A New Day show. My name is Daphne Clarke-Hudson and I am your host. I am a spiritual coach and empowerment specialist. I'm also a TV and radio talk show host. So if you're ever looking for someone to help you to live your life's purpose, I am the gal for you. However, I'm always looking for your feedback on this show, so I can know what to provide for you. In this episode, we are going to pick up where we left off last week on self-care tips for your body and soul. So we had gone through 4 episodes last time, and as I said, this evening we are going to pick up with episode 5. And we are going to start off on the topic of flipping through albums or old photo. I know now we have everything digitally, and you know, I miss the touchy-feely aspect of pictures. However, we can still flip through them by going online. If we save them on a CD, we can still go online and go through them and just reminisce about all the amazing things that you have done with your friends and family. So that's another way to administer self-care to yourself, which will nourish both your body and your soul. Bake a cake. You know, I am old school, so I do everything the hard way. I cook from scratch. However, if you are new, it's okay to use the cake mixes, but you can, like, you know, just do something different, add something that they don't have. If it doesn't have banana or apple, you just add something else. And now you have just altered and modified that recipe, and you can put your claim to fame on that because you put something else, you add something else to the ingredient. And now you are beginning to become a cook. Now you all know that I am an advocate for gratitude. So the next thing I want to encourage you to always do is to express appreciation and blessing to the people around you. Always show gratitude to others. Too often, we take things for granted. And when people are no longer in our lives for whatever reason, then we go through a withdrawal time, regretting all the things we should have done when they were in that relationship. However, if you make it a practice or develop a habit of always expressing gratitude, then you will never be living in regret. So take some time to show appreciation. As a matter of fact, what I do for myself, I have a gratitude journal. And each and every day I write something that I'm grateful for, someone that I'm grateful for. And I'm encouraging you to do the very same. You're going to find out how much your life is enlightened by these new development and practices. Every day you get up, you will feel renewed, revitalized, and energized. You will not be walking around moping and poping and complaining about all the things that coulda, shoulda, woulda been. You are creating the lifestyle that you need for yourself. You know, be a child again. I remember a few months ago, When my adult friend and I went down to Westport, Connecticut, we went down to the nature site that they have there. We went to look at the eagles. And I tell you, both of us, we are grown women, and we got on those swings, and we just had such a good time in those swings. So I'm here to encourage you, each and every one of you. Allow the child inside of you to come out every now and then. You know, don't keep yourself so tightly locked up, because what you're doing to yourself, you're preparing yourself for depression and stress. So let the child outside of you play. Just let the child come out and play. So find a swing somewhere when you go to the playground or the park with your children or grandchildren. You get in a swing for yourself too, and just swing away. Let the breeze go through your hair and just swing and just act like a child. Go for a swim. Maybe you're like me, you don't like your hair to be wet, but go in the water and play. Just let your body just soak in the water. If you are by the ocean, it was soaking in the lake, in the ocean. If you are by a lake, still go and enjoy water. Water is very therapeutic. I know a lot of times I live in a lake community, and a lot of times when I have to do my journaling or any writing at all, I go by the lake, because I find out that my creative juices just keep flowing when I'm by the water. So you are probably a water person like myself. So go by there with your journal or your tape recorder, and you probably find out that you will compose writings, you'll compose poetry, and for some people, even songs. So get out of the confines of your home and your living room and the luscious couches, and go outside and enjoy your surroundings. Try retail therapy. I choose to call it retail therapy versus window shopping. Retail therapy means you go to shop for others, but you put a little something for yourself. Too often we shop for the husbands or significant others or wives, and we neglect ourselves. When you buy something for someone, be sure to buy something for you. Don't be stingy when it comes to you. Know that you deserve to be pampered and to be treated like royalty, whether you're a king, a queen, a prince, or a princess. You need to be treated as such. And if you don't treat yourself that way, believe you me, no one is going to be treating you. So you need to begin to treat yourself first. Play with young children. I tell you, I'm not sure whether I mentioned it in the last segment I did, but I was speaking last week with a friend of mine who I went to school with. And she just reminisced and told me about some of the things my mother did with her. And a majority of what she spoke about focused on how much time my mother spent playing with her. She shared with me that one day she and my mother were playing. She was a child, my mother was an adult. And they were playing, and she grabbed a hold of my mother's skirt, and it ripped the skirt, and they continued playing. And her aunt called my mother inside of their house and stitched the torn skirt up on their machine. Now, my mother died when I was 13 years old, and this woman is 2 years my senior, who was now relating this story to me. And it warmed my heart, and I even cried, because it affirmed to me that the little things we do, especially for children, lives on and on and on. The legacies that we create in life lives way beyond the time that we will live. Because here I am, at the age I am now. My mother died when I was 13, yet This 67-year-old woman can still reminisce about the times when my mother played with her. So I'm saying that to tell you, find some time to play with little children. I tell you, you'll be creating a legacy for them, and you will be helping to mold them to understand about the importance of playing. And when they become adults, they too will be making times when they engage in play with other young people. Do some painting. I went to the craft store the other day and I bought an easel, and I'm going to begin to just play with the paint. I don't know what is going to come out of it, but I'm going to begin to play. And when I have some completed pieces, I'm going to bring them here to the studio to show you. So just go play, have fun. You don't need to be a professional artist. You don't need to go to art school. Just take up your brush and pen or pencil and pad and just go play in some paint. Dance. I tell you, dancing gets rid of stress, and it gives you exercise, and it is healthy. It helps you to use up all the muscles that you have not used in a long time. So go out and do a dancing. For those who are creative, you know, they do the break dance and all of those stuff. Now I see the young people doing some stuff, and I tell you, they are dancing and they're going way down on the floor and they're spreading. And listen, yes, there are some people in their 80s that is doing the same thing too. And while you're at that, you could probably get involved in Zumba. I'm still waiting to go do that because that is a form of dance, but it helps you to use up some muscles and it tone, and it helps your adrenaline to flow. Pick up photography. Get a camera, go out and play. I have a friend by the name of Terry, and Terry lost her husband a few years ago, and she bought herself a camera, and she's out taking pictures, and each time I look on the pictures that she has taken, she has just gotten so much better, so much better, so much better, and it helps her to go out the different seasons of the year and to really enjoy what is in her community. A lot of times we are just inside watching the TV or on the computer. Let us get outside and enjoy what is out there. And while you're at it, go with your camera and take a picture. You'll find out too that a lot of those pictures you take, you can convert them into postcards that you can send to your friends, especially here in Connecticut. People are coming from all over the country on bus tours to view our fall foliage. People are coming from different states. Why aren't we enjoying? So get your camera this fall season, and this is probably airing after fall, however, but every season there's so much beauty out there for us to capture. So I encourage you to pick up the hobby of nature photographing. Listen to personal development material. DVDs, you can go on YouTube and you can download. You can search, put the name of different titles you want to listen to, and just watch them. A lot of times you don't really have to spend money to buy these things. I spend money to buy them because I enjoy the library that I have. So if you are not able to buy DVDs and CDs and videos that help to empower you and to encourage you, you can watch some on YouTube or you can go to the library and you can get some. But I encourage you to listen to personal development audio, CDs, DVDs, and any materials that you can get, because the investment in you will be worth it. Nobody can take that away from which you are putting on the inside whether it's knowledge and whatever you're putting on the inside, that is investment. No one can rob you or take away from you. Hug a teddy bear. You know, lots of adults have a large collection of teddy bear. And nothing beats when you look at an adult and they're having such a wonderful time cuddling their teddy bear. I tell you, there's a child in each and every one of us. I think besides roses at Valentine, I think survey has shown that teddy bear is the second seller around the Valentine's holiday, because lots of people will give, they give the roses and they give a teddy bear as well. So why not? Don't wait on somebody to give a teddy bear to you. You go out and shop for your own teddy bear. Practice creative visualization. We all know what it is we want in our lives. However, before these things present themselves before us, and you can see it like you're seeing me on the television now, there's a time when you need to sit and visualize and create that thing that you're working towards. So, creative visualization is extremely important. It is something that you need to do consistently, and you need to keep doing it, keep doing it, keep doing it until you improve it. It's not going to happen overnight. Maybe the first 10 times that you sit down to practice creative visualization, your mind is going to be racing all over things you have not thought about for 20 years. The minute you sit and still your body to get involved in that activity, then your mind is racing 30, 40 miles a minute. But I tell you, you keep doing it, you keep doing it, and before that, you are going to be so centered and so grounded, and your mind won't be racing at you, and you're going to find out that by practicing and engaging into creative visualization, you will be empowering yourself and enhancing your life. Get a workout, whether you are going to walk or you're going to go to a gym or you're going to ride a bicycle. Get a workout that will work for you. Each and every one of us has different body stamina. You know, if you're not a runner, don't go run. You know, if you're not a person that does push-up, don't do that. Everybody can walk, and you walk at your own pace. A lot of times you hear trainers tell us to walk brisk. Yes, for those people that can walk briskly. However, if you are not at that pace yet where you walk briskly, start where you are. The important thing is that you are walking. Read a travel magazine. A lot of times, remember I just mentioned about creative visualization? A lot of times we have to read about the vacations that we want to go on first. And we have to just enjoy them in those magazines until we can put ourselves in those spots where the vacations are. So, you know, don't be afraid to cut those magazines out and create a collage of all those places you want to go. Write on those collages the experiences that you want to have when you're on those vacations. Take a holiday off. A lot of times we think it is a crime to take a holiday off and put our feet up and just do nothing. If it's the holiday, you are not going to your regular job, sleep in. Take some time off. Sit and enjoy your spouses or your significant other and your children. Have a late breakfast and just talk and enjoy the holiday. Retreats, I find retreats, spiritual retreats, very, very refreshing. I, in my practice as a coach, do many of those myself. And it never seems to amaze me how people have transformed their lives in a mere 3 days, Friday through Sunday evening. And once we get in the closing circle and people share their collages or their writings or their journal, and it always amazes me of the transformation that takes place. So if you have not yet done one of those, put it on your to-do list that you must go to a spiritual retreat, a retreat, or some people call them meditation retreat, whatever it is, but a retreat. And when you go, turn your cell phone off. Lock it away in the drawer, because retreat means just that you unplug from all of the technology. Let go of emotional clutter. A lot of us not only have physical clutter, but we are inundated with emotional clutter. No one is going to rid you of those. You simply need to do that yourself. Certain amount of time per day when you are going to focus on ridding yourself of emotional clutter. You can create a list of all the things that does not serve me well any longer. And I want to get rid of this. I want to get rid of this. Sometimes there are people that keep piling on to that emotional clutter. It is your responsibility to take care of your emotional well-being. Do not engage into habits that's detrimental to yourself. I know a lot of people are hooked on smoking. I know it's easier said than done, but make every effort to quit smoking if you are a smoker. Get into a habit. Get someone that will hold you accountable, and use other habits to replace the smoking. I tell you, you are going to love yourself for that. Plant a flower garden. You know, I like this flower here on this desk, and at the beginning I should have said thank you to Mr. Richard Raymond for this lovely news desk that I enjoy, and for this bouquet of flowers that my director, Mr. Richard Merritt, encouraged me. He said, with that lovely news desk, we need to have an arrangement for that. So I want to thank Richard too for that suggestion. Yes, I would have enjoyed fresh flowers. And I know in the springtime and in the summertime, the flowers that you will be admiring here on the news desk or on the table, if we choose to use the other set, will be flowers from my garden. So just go out there. You don't need to be a professional designer or creator, but just put something together and let your creativity show. Heal your inner child. You are probably going through some issues that is really holding you back. Spend some time meditating. Spend some time journaling about those issues that have been holding you back, and heal your inner child. Whatever is going on inside of you, if you find out that you need professional help, go seek that professional help. There are lots of people, especially those who are believers, think that going to a psychotherapist or a psychologist it's against God's will. You got to know that God is the one that gave people the knowledge to go and learn those things to help you. So, in addition to prayer and meditation, seek professional help if you need that. Make sure, a few months ago I did an episode on how is your mouth serving you. Make sure that during these times when you are giving self-care to your body and soul, that you do not get involved into gossip, jealousy, judgmental practices, all of those things, prejudices. You need to protect this temple because this is the only one that you have. And if you are looking to take proper care of your body and your soul, you need to start from the inside out. Yes, it's okay to go to church, but don't focus on our place of worship. Don't focus on religion. Focus on your spiritual wealth, because in order to maintain a great body, you need to have a wealthy spiritual inside. So what it is for you, I'm really not interested in the building where you worship. I'm interested into the spiritual practice that you get involved in. So engage yourself in healthy surroundings and healthy environment. Don't be afraid to separate yourself from the people or things that are holding you hostage and stopping you from progressing on the journey, on the path that you're called to do. I pray that you have found a few nuggets in these episodes that will help you put into active and frequent practices true self-care. It's not your spouse's responsibility. It's not your siblings' responsibility. It's not even the government's responsibility to take care of you. The responsibility is yours. And now that you know that you were created with greatness, why don't you take care of yourself so you can fulfill all that you were called to be? Because you are a unique, authentic spiritual being. Again, I thank you for tuning in, because I know that you could be doing a lot more with your time. Instead, you turn it to this dial, and I am eternally grateful. See you next time.
Thank you.